Hey Hannox, here you go. Begin. I'd say begin to help me sync up the audio. So swap is on, so head eagle eagle. Eagle, head bird are differences. That's just me memorizing the order of the statues to, what did I say, head eagle eagle? That was a pretty quick put down. So I'm going to highlight for it. And I'm going to highlight for that because I think you might have broken animation there. I'm going to low light red dress because she hasn't talked or moved at all. And I think you'd be trying to complete missions, I assume. Also going to do the same for green plaid. But I'm going to keep those people in mind in case they end up doing stuff. I'm going to watch the purloin. If he doesn't take the purloin there, I'm going to low light him. Because it's really annoying to take drinks. Get rid of them later. So, top hat, low light. Just got a message on Skype. I'm going to ignore it for a bit, just until the game's over. Got another message. Maybe it's urgent. Whatever. I'm really suspicious of green polka dot. Jesus Christ, Skype. Really suspicious of green polka dot. I think that pathing change. Alright. I'm happy with that one. Transfer is on. So I'm watching red dress, even though she's low lit. I'm gonna highlight Toby. I always forget to do that. I'll low light him. He's been in conversation for quite some time. Just took a drink. I say, that's not the right statue. So, throw her out the window, more or less. I think that guy's due. That's my assumption. Not really sure. Is the purloin still here? It is. It was a bit long at windows, but you didn't check your watch. Oh, that was bad. Sorry. Just pathing. It's really hard to get the hang of.
Hello, Hannox. It's Seizure Man. I told you I would record live commentary over, but I figured I might be able to be more helpful by watching you and just kind of providing commentary in that. So without further ado, I'm going to be giving criticism, like live criticism of your spy gameplay. Begin! So, you don't take control at first. No, you do. So, you kind of just idle here at Windows. I do actually highlight for leaving Windows too quickly, but you did idle here for quite some time, which is kind of odd. And then there, you immediately talked upon entering, interrupting the speaker. There's not even, I don't even see a reason to talk besides just for the heck of it. And it's not to say AI won't do that, it's just something that's suspicious. So then you leave conversation to drink, so you leave almost as soon as you enter. I might have even been able to highlight for that, but I didn't. So, right here you just picked up statues. You picked it up kind of quickly, like the AI will wait a bit before picking it up. That's something that not many people pay attention to, but some people do. I had you highlight for going to the middle statue, because at the middle statue you can complete all 3 inspects. Of course, you didn't inspect because you didn't realize it was a Softail at the time. And then you again immediately start to talk, but you didn't even flirt, which is kind of odd. And then there you go, you flirted. It looks like he left before you had a chance to do anything. Then you took a drink. I might have even... Sometimes I neutralite for just taking drinks like that. But the reason I shot there... It's kind of hard to explain, but the reason I shot... What AI will do, I'll back up in the replay a bit. What AI will do is when they take a sip... See how when you're in the middle of taking the drink, your arm is at your side? But notice that when you started to take the drink, when you started to sip your drink, your arm wasn't at your side, so it caused a jump in the animation, which you can see what I'm doing right here. That jump in the animation, because I was looking for it, because I kind of suspected that you as a new player wouldn't know that nuance. I didn't learn it for a couple hundred games. So I was looking for it, and sure enough you did it, so I was able to shoot. I was kind of surprised, though, that you had nothing done at this point, because you could have easily had at least 1 mission done, and a couple of flirts, maybe. Anyways, on to the next replay. This is once again you. Begin. Oh wait, go to your perspective. Still AI control. This is going to be a long video. Jeez. So, you start by taking the book. I forget what I shot you here for. This is like watching it over again for me. So I actually missed microfilm off the bat. That's a pretty good idea to do hardtails off the start when people are distracted and memorizing statues or other things. So nice move there. Once again, talk on enter. It's really suspicious, and if you have no reason to, I can only recommend against it. Here, the waiter offered you a drink, and you just kind of walked away and rejected. I don't know. Then he followed you again because you requested. I thought that was odd, so I low-lit you there. And then I low-lit you because it was kind of odd when you left the conversation and then rejected again. I thought you might purloin a second time. But then when I saw the purloin was gone, I re-lit you and everyone else was low-lit. So at this point, I was waiting for one of the three people to make a mistake. There's not much else to really say about this game. I was a bit surprised you didn't bug here, looking back. And then, I wasn't actually paying attention to returning the guest list. I recommend against returning it. I recommend against returning the guest list just because, it's easier to get caught. One of the things that I'm going to mention, if you go back in the replay, this is something I should have caught but didn't. See how you bump into Security Agent Damon and stop for a second? The AI will do something called a bounce, where they won't... If they hit somebody, they kind of, like, change direction very suddenly to not stop their walking animation. That's just something you'll get with practice, but don't try to avoid people intentionally, necessarily, but, like, try to avoid still people intentionally. That's my advice. Because if you, like, are about to hit somebody and you avoid the confrontation, people can actually highlight for that anyways. Resume. I don't know how you get all these greens. I don't even get this many greens. This is insane. Only one inspect, also kind of odd in my opinion. And then the readjust got you shot, because you missed the pad. So that was that game. And moving on to the next one, nothing to really say there. Let's see what you do here. You don't take control for a bit. I recommend taking control after the madness. That's what I do. Not necessarily great. I do try to look for people taking control at the start. But, like, see, this is kind of just wasting time. And then, yeah, you didn't want to go to statues, I guess. Again, talking on entry. If you're going to talk on entry, at least flirt. Get something done. So, there's your flirt. You talked again. Did you interrupt yourself? Don't do that. I didn't see if you did, though. Let's see. What are you going to do? Pick up the statue. Hopefully you inspect. No, you don't inspect, it seems. Oh, this was before you learned about scrolling, I think. Oh, no. You inspected. And then you had red test after all those greens. Again, I don't really have anything to criticize right now. You're doing wonderful. Except for the talking on entry every single time. I highlight you for just going to statues, I think. I didn't see anything, right? Just want to provide the best. Yeah, just statues. And, let's see what you do. Oh, yeah, I thought it was really weird. You walked right through the middle of that empty conversation circle, which I kind of noticed, but it wasn't worth shooting for. And then when you talked on entry again, it made me really suspicious. Oh, this was the one where you got the red test on the banana bread, right? Yeah, that's what this was. So, yeah, if you had banana breaded at all, though, I would have shot. But when I saw a cough in the text that pops up right there, when I saw that text, I just waited. On to the next one. Let's see what you do. Again, don't take control. I don't understand it. See, like here, I might have even highlighted you just for flirting. I don't think I did, though. Too busy with other things. That sudden change in directions. You always... This is just something I'm noticing now that people could use against you. You always go to that left statue right there. Try to change it up. You can get 3 inspects done. It's great. Oh, wait. Oh, that's something important that I missed. AI will only put the statue down when it's in this position right here. But when you put it down, you were holding it out here, so there was a jump in the animation, right? Like, see how it just jumps, like jerks forward? That's bad, and that's an obvious tell of the spy. Oh god, this is already 8 minutes. Let's see what you do from here. You waited a bit too long. I should have highlighted for that, to be honest. But I didn't. Again, I'm paying attention to a lot, so there are things I'm going to miss, because I'm not the greatest SpyParty player ever. Let's see what you do next. You didn't talk on entry here, which was good. You talked then. Let's see, did you purloin here? I don't remember. It almost looks like you're gonna let Toby give up here. I notice you never really reject. I forget when you learned to scroll, but you can reject drinks so that you don't have to walk away to get Toby to go away. And then you go to statues again. Still no inspects done. You swapped, which got you the highlight, since I memorized statues at the start. And at that point, I was waiting for you, or the people who I wasn't sure who had been there, to make a mistake. You only had 1 mission done, so I think you need to manage your time better. I've noticed that you're playing really slow-paced. I'm not sure if that's just because I was catching you a lot. That stop right there, yeah. But you know that's why you got shot. What was I gonna say? I'm rambling. Maybe going back here will jog. Oh. Yeah, managing your time better. I don't know if you were just doing this because I was catching you a lot, but you definitely have to go a bit quicker. Work on those soft tells, like the inspects and flirts. The missions I can't catch you for are really important to get done throughout the match. Because if you leave flirts to the end, you're probably gonna lose. I used to do that a lot. On to the next one. Oh, I remember something about this, but I forget what. Maybe watching it will jog my memory. Again, not taking control is kind of odd. Especially for so long. I mean, at this point in the match, I'm already trying to work on my highlights and lowlights. And then you left in the middle of talking, which, not to say I won't, but I still highlight for it anyways, because, yeah. So I think this is when you learned about scrolling, because you just got that inspect. Like middle statues, you avoid them like the plague, which is good to an extent, but there is a time and place. Alright. Put the statue back. Let's see what you're going to do here. You're looking for what to do. You're thinking about it. You're probably going to go to the seduction target. If you're going to flirt, I recommend going closer to the seduction target for a higher percent of flirting. I'm sure you know that, or maybe you don't. I don't know what you know. But it does help to not have to do like 4 flirts. Which you would... Like, if you're close to them, you can get away with 3 white tests or 2 green tests. If you're far away, you could get away with a green test and 2 whites that are closer. Like, just don't be far away. Anyways, back to statues again. You really like statues. I'd go for, like, Bug as the hardtail. You did do that in the last match, which won you the game, if that's any indication of why Bug is so powerful, because unlike Purloin or Swap or Microfilm, if you miss it, like, I can say, oh, I haven't seen him go to the other bookcase, or, oh, the statues are still not swapped, or, oh, the Purloin's still there. But I can't say, oh, he hasn't bugged, because if I missed it, I missed it. Again, though, I'm not sure that's necessary of the explanation I had. But right now, you're not making any mistakes. You actually improved just in the set we were playing, which is impressive. You talked on entry again immediately. You always do that, which made me really suspicious of you. I was really close to shooting you at this point, I believe, especially with the timer ticking down. But nothing was done, so I knew I didn't have to shoot. Like, even if you had... Like, I knew your character could have inspected, but he didn't swap. I didn't feel like if Seduce was done, and you hadn't contacted the double agent. Purloin was still there, you hadn't even gone to bookcase, I don't believe. So I just inferred you weren't done and I wouldn't have to shoot. And then I saw Purloin was gone, and I shot. That's about it. On to the next one. Is the next one the one... The next one's the one you won. I can watch it, provide my insight, but... My insight isn't worth all that much, first of all, and second of all, you won, so... There's that. My voice is getting dry. I don't normally talk for so long. Again, talk on entry. Although I know it's flirting, so at the beginning, so it actually doesn't matter then. But you do really love to talk on entry. I think you'll do it less after me mentioning it a billion times, though. I'll also, at the end of this, just include the live audio of me highlighting and lowlighting, because I did promise that. But yeah, this is me going through all the games, watching you, criticizing. You can keep this, I guess. Don't feel like I did any work for this. Recording 15 minutes or more of me speaking isn't too much of a hassle, and I kind of enjoy it, especially the editing. Spy got right in your way. So I didn't see you were inspecting. Well, I did see you, actually, but I didn't highlight for it. I wasn't too concerned. I figured it was probably one of my highlights. But, let me just go to your bug. I can't because I'm in casting mode. Whatever. When you, not your bug, your banana bread. In a situation like this, the banana bread could very well have gotten you shot. I would have went for contact devil agent, gotten shot, and then thought to myself, why didn't I do the flirt? So that's what I recommend doing, but I can understand it's tempting to get things done quicker. I'll just skip to the end. No, I won't. Whatever. Yeah, here it is. So at this point, all of my lights were gone. I highlighted you because they were you and that guy were the only person possible, and you won. I was really close to shooting. Anyways, that's it for this very long audio. Thanks for the games. They were fun. And I hope this helps somewhat. If you ever want me to do this again, like just watch over your games or something, send me some replays, I'll do it. Offer's always open.